I can already hear you typing away on the keyboard. How dare you, you son of a you that's my biggest hobby. I love retro game collecting. I'm a retro game collector. You're calling me stupid. I'm not calling you stupid. Far from it. I recently just bought two retro video games. I bought D and Road Rash for the Saturn off of Whatnot. Whatnot is a website where you sign up. Of course, I'm going to plug this because it allows me to buy some games sometimes. It's a website where you sign up. It's live auctions. Blah blah blah. You get $10 using my link in the description box down below. If you spend that $10, I get $10. So sometimes I accumulate money and I can buy cool stuff like this. I'm not talking about buying retro video games being stupid. I'm talking about retro game collecting, the hobby, the entire hobby, and what this has become over the past 10 years, because it's amazing. I keep hearing there's gonna be a retro gaming crash and nobody's gonna want this stuff and everything's gonna be cheap again. Bull. Bull. Because that hasn't happened yet. Okay, I've been around this hobby for a very long time. Okay, I pretty much got in on the ground roots, the grassroots of it, and I don't even know where I'm going with this video. I don't know if it's just gonna be me talking to you in this whole thing or there's gonna be video overlays. I don't know, but I wanna get this off my chest because it's something that's been bothering me because, like I said, I've been there with this whole retro game collecting stuff since like day one, since back in the day in the early 2000s or the late 90s when you would just walk into a pawn shop and there'd be rows and rows of old video games that nobody wanted. Nobody wanted these games. You'd go there to buy and play these games from your childhood, or maybe learn about games that you didn't know about. There was this one place, it was called Cash Converters. It was like the greatest place on earth. You wanted rims, you wanted car speakers. I would go in there and buy a subwoofer and like 10 NES and Genesis games for like nothing, for like dirt cheap, because nobody wanted these things. There was no, it was all about just playing the games. You couldn't buy something like an EverDrive or something like that, or have all these games get re-released and stuff like that. You had Nesticle on your computer with an emulator and you could play it there, but you couldn't play it, sitting on your couch, or you're playing on the actual hardware with an actual controller. You had emulators on your computer. But then somewhere along the way, this became a bigger thing. And I get that. I understand that. Things change. People get nostalgia for things and they want to buy things. Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's reasonable. But what retro game collecting has become in 2022 is stupid. It's disgusting. It's bullshit. And I'm just going to talk about it because I don't care. If you get offended by this, maybe you're guilty of these things. First off, let's talk about how we got to this situation. What caused this situation to arise? And so many people are quick to point out YouTubers. I remember making a video on this channel 5 or 6 years ago where the whole mentality was the reason that these video games are so expensive is because of people making hidden gems videos or people doing game hunting videos and blah, blah, blah. And that was like the whole general consensus. People would blame like James Rolfe and, Angry Video Game Nerd and Game Chasers and all these channels that were doing that at the time. And it's like, that's stupid because all they're doing is bringing awareness to something, maybe awareness to a game. It's not like they're always finding these huge heavy hitter games, but people used to blame them. And now this is going to piss some people off. I don't care. Get your money. Let's get that straight. Get your money. Okay. This is just my opinion on what I'm friends with some of these people. It's not a big deal. It's more about the mentality and how the mentality has changed because nowadays
the Steam Deck is a handheld gaming system that frankly has no competition.
I can already hear you.